any comfy clothes that make you feel warm. I love extra layers. Take them off during the morning as I warm up and practice. I have a rolled up yoga blanket. You can use a towel, a regular blanket. And then I also have 2 blocks. I just have this stuff by my mat in case I want it or need it. That's definitely not necessary for you to be here. Show up how you are. Take your breaks when you need them. If at any time you do not feel safe, you do not feel good, this is not a hell yes for you, please sit up, take a sip of water, time out this video, go outside, do something to make yourself feel safe. And if at any time you feel like you want to go and do your own thing, please feel free. And I think that's fucking badass. So to start practice, if you have any music you want to put to this, go ahead and press play now. And for the next 30 to 40 minutes, let's wake our bodies up, feel really fucking powerful and really fucking good. And just keep in this mellow vibration of ourselves and our authenticity. So show up any way you want. If you like to begin in a certain way, otherwise I'm offering up starting in a supine twist with your right knee over to the right side first. So go ahead, relax back. Take a moment to arrive. Draw your right knee into your chest. Give it a little squeeze. Let it fall over to the right side of your body. Take another big inhale. As you exhale, extend the left leg long down your mat, resting your heel down on the earth. Let your right knee guide over to the left side of the mat. If you can, pick up and situate left hip underneath right. Option to use this rolled up blanket or a block underneath your lifted knee. Allow your shoulders to become heavy. Gaze can be soft or your eyes can be closed. And just arrive here. Take a moment just to check in with where you are energetically, emotionally, personally. Allow yourself just to be messy and free and in your body as you warm up for your day. Let your mind gravitate towards your breath. Become aware and feel into the inhales as they fill up each side of your lungs. Become aware of how it fills up the right side. And then become aware of how it fills up the left side. And become aware of your body lying in this nice, easy twist, nothing forced, nothing hurting, nothing going past anything past comfort. Always knowing you can readjust. Feel your body heavy and relaxed here on your mat in the middle of this room or space that you've decided to practice in. Take another big inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale. When you're feeling ready, draw that right knee into your chest and over to the right side of your mat gently. Bring both knees into your chest. Allow yourself to rock side to side. Maybe forward and back a little bit with that tailbone. Taking any movements that feel good here. Take a big inhale, draw that left knee into your chest. As you exhale, extend your right leg. Let your right leg be heavy. Take another big inhale, let your left knee fall to the left side of your body. As you exhale, guide left knee over to the right side of the mat. If you can, pick up and situate right hip under left. Again, option to pull a block or that rolled up blanket underneath your twisted leg. Twisted, lifted leg. Shoulders heavy, gaze soft or your eyes closed. Feel the difference first in each side. Just bringing awareness into the new feeling of arriving into this side compared to leaving the other side. Simply noticing and no judgment. Come back to your breath. Feel into your inhales and your exhales. Feel into any difference. Feel into how the left side fills up now. And feel into the right side. Take a moment to be heavy, to feel relaxed and soft. And then commit to staying here on your mat for the next few moments, few minutes. Arrive into your morning, stay in your body, find your vibration, find your rhythm for the day. Take a moment to reset. Take what you need, leave what you don't need. Take another big inhale, fill up both lungs. Big exhale, be heavy on the earth. As you inhale, gently draw your left knee back over to the left side of your body. Exhale, draw both knees into your chest. Move any props out of the way so you can move freely. Feet plant, rock knees from side to side. Just a little windshield wiper action here. Releasing our hips. Feel into the length of your spine, starting into that tailbone, rolling all the way up to the crown of your head. Now come to find stillness. Feet are planted, knees press up into the sky. Knees point up into the sky. Take a moment to arrive here. Hips are heavy. Maybe the layers start to come off. Good. Bring your right knee into your chest. Left foot stays planted. You can interlace your fingers over your knee to be heavy. Take another inhale here. Big exhale. Keep that breath rolling through class. Option to always add on any breath work or pranayama you have. Or maybe just focusing on sealing your lips and breathing in and out of your nose. Go ahead, extend your right leg up towards the sky, the ceiling, wherever you are. Flex your toes towards your face, thinking about pulling that pinky toe a little bit more than all the other toes. Good. Plant both hips. Press your right hip down. Good. And then start to play with internal and external rotation. So take your big toe, point it out over the right side, the right the right long side of your mat. Feel into that hip. Make sure your hips are planted. The motion is just in that right leg. Now bring your toe towards the long left side of your mat or center line of your body. Toes are still flexed. Try to stack joint over joint. Good. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, lower your right heel down to your mat. Nice and slow, taking your time, keeping hips aligned. Hands can come to your hips as indicators here. Hover your right heel. Draw your right leg back into its right hip socket. Big inhale, strong core, low back is protected. Good. Big inhale. As you exhale, externally rotate. So move your big toe to the long right side of your mat. Good. No hip movement, just in that leg. Exhale, big toe goes to the left side of the mat or towards the midline. Good. Inhale, point that toe. Exhale, draw it into your chest. Good. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, come to a figure four. Right ankle over left thigh, left knee. Press your right knee down and away from you. Hips are still neutral, in line. Hands can come down to the mat. Start to draw your shoulders underneath you, like shoulder blades together, a little prop in your chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, press into that left foot, low back presses into the mat. Good. Inhale, lift your hips up to the sky. Hips are neutral. Think about drawing your left hip up, press your right hip down, or like, you know, shift them into line. Squeeze that glute, press into your full foot on the left side. Good. One more big inhale here. Good. Exhale, lower all the way down to your sacrum. Good. Let's flow that. Inhale, extend your foot, leg. Exhale, lower your heel. Take your time. Point your toe. Inhale, draw your leg in. Exhale, figure four, right ankle over left knee. Inhale, lift your hips up to the ceiling, one-legged bridge. Exhale, slow lower. Good. Inhale, extend. Last one. Exhale, lower. Point your toe. Inhale, draw in. Exhale to figure four. Last lift. Inhale, press into your left foot. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, slow lower. Good. Replace both feet onto the earth. Windshield wiper legs side to side. Take a moment just to do any movements that would feel good here for you. Knees return up to the ceiling. Press into both feet. Left leg draws into your chest. Pull that knee in. Compress that hip a little bit. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, extend your leg. Flex your toes. Pinky toe draws towards you. Stack your joints. Check in with your hips. Make sure they feel nice and neutral. In line. One side isn't hiking higher than the other. Good. Both hips are planted down in your mat. Good. Big inhale. Exhale. On your inhale, open. So big toe faces the left side of your mat. External rotation in the hip. Exhale, close it for internal rotation of the hip. Inhale, go neutral. Exhale, slow, lower, heel to the mat. Hover about an inch. Good. Take a big inhale. Open the toe to the left side of the mat. Exhale, close it into center. Point your toe, inhale, draw in your left leg. Exhale, extend to that figure four. Left ankle over right thigh. Legs, arms can come down along your side. Shimmy shoulders in. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, press into that right foot. Low back is down on the mat. Inhale, press hips up towards the sky or ceiling. Big inhale, lift. Hips are in line. Take a moment. Challenge yourself here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slow lower. Good. Two more. Inhale, extend. Let's flow. Exhale, lower left heel down. Hover an inch. Inhale, draw in that left leg. Exhale to figure four. Inhale, press up and lift, single leg bridge. Exhale, slow, meticulous, roll down. Final one. Inhale, extend left leg. Exhale, slow, lower, heel hovers. Inhale, draw in your leg. Exhale, come to that figure four. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Bring both knees into chest, rock side to side. And then start to rock and roll the length of your spine, shoulders to hips. Build some momentum. Take your time, have a little fun. And then slowly roll over your knees and shins. Come to tabletop. And then from tabletop, coming to child's pose just for a moment, option to draw that rolled up blanket or towel behind your knees. Come to any distance with knees wide, knees narrow, and then go ahead and walk yourself forward to child's pose. Any variation that feels good to you today. Doesn't have to match yesterday's. It doesn't have to match what you plan to do tomorrow. Take an inhale. Let your hips be heavy, feel supported. Belly to thighs, room in between. Take a big inhale down deep into your belly. Big open mouth exhale. Big inhale. Open mouth exhale. Draw your shoulders forward over your elbows, coming into a forearm cat and cow or a forearm tabletop. You can remove the blanket from behind your knees, set that to the side. Palms pressed down, fingers wide. Take a moment here. Inhale, drop your belly, tilt that tailbone up, lift your gaze slightly, whatever feels good in that neck. Exhale, press into your full palm and forearm and elbow, round down, tailbone tucks. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Option to wag that tail, maybe take some barrel rolls with the rib cage and chest. Exhale, cat. Taking and moving to your flow. If I'm going too slow or too fast, you do you. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. I love getting into morning movement. Exhale, cat, because it helps me just kind of feel into all those nooks and crannies. Allows me to move in a way that doesn't need to be judged, compared, or critiqued. I'm just allowing myself to show up, finding my joy, allowing my body to be my body. So I'd take a couple more rounds, cat cow. Coming into a little twist and shoulder opener. Taking your right hand, extend it forward, come onto your fingertips. Take your right, your right hand's extended, your left hand will come underneath your right. Flip your palm up to the sky. Extend your left arm. Think about closing your right armpit down to the mat. Engage your core in an effort to be strong, as if someone's going to come up to you and punch you in your belly. Go ahead and put a little oxygen in there and brace for impact. Good. And if this doesn't feel good on your fingertips, you can come to a block. You can come to your forearm. You can always do whatever feels good. Opening of the shoulders in the back, thinking about pulling apart those shoulder blades. Pulling right armpit down. Good. Gaze can be below you. You can tuck, you can let your head be heavy. Ooh, feel into that neck a little bit. You can lift your gaze. Take a moment here. Be heavy. One more inhale. Exhale. Return to that forearm cat cow. Take a couple of rounds. Barrel rolls, classic cat cows. Coming to that next side. Extend your left arm, come up onto those fingertips, a block, maybe even just your full palm. Right arm comes underneath, flip palm up to ceiling. Think about pressing shoulders and chest down evenly. And you're going to open up the outside of this right shoulder, maybe pull apart the space between your shoulder blades a little bit. Choose where you want to show up with that neck. Head can be heavy. Ooh, stretch in to a heavy head and pulling your forehead over to the right side of your mat. Feels pretty good right now. Take a moment here. Exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale. Come back to a classic child's pose for just a moment. Big inhale, connect your forehead to the mat. Feel the difference in the shoulders. Maybe even draw your hands down along your sides. Upper arms heavy. When you're ready, go ahead and press up into tabletop to transition to a kneeling pose here. So go ahead and tuck your toes underneath you. Make sure your pinkies are in the game by spreading them out a little bit. Taking a moment, rolling the shoulders around forward and back. Rock that chin over to one shoulder and then the other. Just kind of making the checkpoints here. Take your fingers behind your back, interlace. If you have a strap, a towel, a sock, you can have that extra space with your hands if the interlaced fingers doesn't feel good. And before you do anything, hands are high up towards your middle back. Think about draw your shoulder blades together and your elbows. Draw everything, chest pulls up, tailbone tucks down slightly. Engage your core. Again, effort to be strong. Gaze can lift. Exhale, press your interlaced fingers down towards your heels, down between your feet. Gaze can lift a little higher, a little back bend, chest opener. Good, one more big inhale here. Feel that stretch in your toes, probably already killing you, it's killing me. And then as you exhale, release the grip. Come forward onto your hands and knees, untuck your toes, tap out the tops of your feet. Let that feel good a little bit. Good. And then slowly come down to lower onto your belly. Mindfully, don't just plop down. Let your arms go wide into a nice giant capital T shape. Moving anything that might get in your way. Resting your chin down. Take a moment here just to be heavy. Feel your belly, be soft. No engagement, heels knock out to the sides. Big inhale. Big exhale. Bend at your left knee, draw your left heel towards your glute. And then take your left toes and find the space to the right side of your mat. Yeah, let your toes find the mat, gently roll over this right shoulder any amount. You can rest your head on the mat, the right ear down. Maybe you have that block close by. A little extension of the spine here. And then come into this nice little gravity-induced shoulder opener. Your toes kind of can indicate how much pressure you're putting on that right side by rolling that right hip open more or closing it down. Just come to find that little perfect position, that little Goldilocks spot. Big breath in and out. Gravity is doing the work. There's no effort here. Waking everything up and being soft. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, gently return back to your belly, removing any props. And again, be heavy, be soft. Let your heels knock out. Chin can be on the mat, forehead can be on the mat. Whatever feels good. Preparing for the next side, big inhale. Bend at your right knee, right heel draws towards your glute. Right toes find the mat behind your left leg. Right hand comes in for a little support. Gently roll over that left shoulder any amount. Forehead or side of your head can rest on the mat here. It can also rest on the block. Sides don't have to match. They just have to feel good. They don't have to feel good. Just find your ease. Always love to soften my gaze or close my eyes once I arrive somewhere to help me tune into my body. Knowing I can make adjustments at any time. Honoring the differences between each side. Take a big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, find a little extra space. Inhale. Exhale, gently roll back down to your belly, removing any props. Take a moment to be heavy. Draw your hands underneath, or draw your hands closer to the outside edges of your mat. Come up onto those fingertips. Press down into the tops of your feet. Roll your pinkies down a little bit. Engage your legs. Press your hips down. Engage your core. Yeah, feel that low back. Find some length and find a space to feel good. On your inhale, use your back muscles to lift up into a cobra pose. Any amount. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Oscillating cobra, so lifting with that inhale, any amount. Maybe putting a little pressure into those fingertips. Exhale, lower meticulously down. Remind yourself to press into those feet. Inhale, lift, keeping hips down. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Going any speed. If I'm too fast or too slow, find your rhythm. Take 2 more rounds. Protecting your low back. Only going up as much as you want. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Hands come back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes, press into your hands and knees. Come through tabletop, walk your hands back. Tuck those toes, lift your knees up. Come and find your way into a ragdoll pose. Feet go wide, knees have a huge, 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 huge bend in them. My belly is all the way to my thighs, head hangs heavy. Shake it no, shake it yes. Rock side to side. Take a moment here. Hands can reach for opposite elbow. Hands can interlace at your low back, maybe a non-dominant thumb on top this time. And come up and over to the front of the mat for a little shoulder opener. Again, gravity doing all the work for you here. Or you're just simply finding stillness and being heavy. Take an inhale. Exhale, release any arm variation. Start to walk in or heel toe your feet more to hips width, or maybe even closer together than that. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Fingertips can come to shins. Finding a little parallel space with your sternum to your mat. Hands can come to shins, to thighs, to blocks. Those always feels good. Nice long neck. Gaze can be at the top of the mat, right below you, at your toesies, whatever feels good. Think about pulling your tailbone apart, right? Reach your chest forward. Halfway lift, big inhale. Exhale, fold back into that forward fold, bent knees. Good, inhale, slowly rise. Taking your time, press down into your feet. Shoulders arrive over hips. Gaze lifts. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, release your shoulders down. Let your shoulders get wide here. Nice and wide. They don't have to be super close to those ears. Kind of a little bit more neutral, natural to where they live on your body. As you exhale, sit those hips back, come into chair pose. Good, hands can drop, come down to your hips actually. Kind of orient where you flick up or tuck down. Kind of find your neutral, where your low back feels nice and long, belly feels engaged and controlled. Just arrive here in chair, press down evenly into your feet, press into your big toes. Yes. So from chair, we're gonna go to a halfway lift. So big inhale, chair. Big exhale, sit just a little lower. Good, inhale, come to that halfway lift. Show up anywhere. Good, exhale, come back into that chair. Inhale, halfway lift. Good, exhale, chair. Press your knees out, suck everything together energetically. If your legs are together, even if they're not, kind of imagine two magnets fighting against each other here. Be powerful. Inhale, halfway lift. Good, exhale, chair. Take a moment, be right here. Big inhale. As you exhale, fold forward. Take a moment, big bend in the knees, crown of your head is heavy. Good, move those blocks off to the side. Walk yourself back out to a high plank. Take a moment here. Option to add in a chaturanga or transition of your choice, or option just to drop down to tabletop. Take a moment here, cat-cow. This feels extra good to me in the mornings. I'm not going for the gold for chaturangas, but I ain't gonna say nothing if you are. I'm about it. All right, right leg steps back. Come back and forth on that foot. Just warming everything up, softness in the right knee. Come to find stillness, palms underneath shoulders. Press into that left knee, engage your core. Lift your right heel up, right toes point down, heels in line with your right hip. Big inhale. Exhale, lower your toe. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. On your exhale, cross your right toes over to the left side of the mat. Bend that right knee. Come into cow face legs. So stagger those knees behind each other. Turn to the side if you can see better. And you're going to splay those shins off to the side. You're going to work forward and back, kind of feel into how this feels into your hips. Press into the tops of your feet. Press into your knees. Good. Press left hip back. Walk your fingertips a little further out in front of you. Big inhale. Exhale, press. Inhale, draw forward. Exhale, press. Yes. As you move forward this time, bring your left knee with you. Draw your left knee up towards your left shin, planted underneath you. Swivel those left toes out behind you, left hand under left shoulder, come into supported side plank. Good. When you show up here, think about turning your toes, your top foot toes, into warrior 2 feet. So press into the pinky toe edge, the heel presses down, toes come up. Stack right side on top of left. Fingers are wide. If the wrist is kind of giving you any fucking grief, make a fist. For some strength and to protect those wrists. Good. Engage your core. Draw your tailbone in. Reach your right hand up high. Big inhale. Make some space for that oxygen. Big exhale. Reach up high. Inhale. Exhale, right hand over the top for a little side stretch. Roll the wrist around. Good, take an inhale. As you exhale, step this right foot up to the top of the mat. Coming into a little 90-90 bend. So front knee is bent at 90, left knee is bent at 90. Hands are gonna be framed around that right foot. Think inhale, draw your chest forward, come into a little cow pose. Tailbone lifts up. And then as you exhale, press the mat away. Scissor the legs together. Think about pulling the fuck out of the mat, drawing your right heel back. Good. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, little cat tuck. Good. Come into low extended side angle. So work that left knee back just a little bit. Good. And then right elbow can come to that right thigh. Left side stacks on top of right. Left arm reaches. Maybe you bring a block into play for that right hand, whatever feels good. Maybe even a half bind. Top hand drops, reaches for that right hip crease. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, lift that gaze up. And then as you exhale, cartwheel down to come to the inside of this right foot. Square everything to the front. Walk that right foot out a little bit. Come down into a low lizard lunge. Keep those back toes tucked, or you can replace the top of the foot down. Blocks can come into play underneath your shoulders here. Keep that right foot planted. Press the right knee out. Pull your chest forward. Opening up the hips, feeling heavy here. Good. Go ahead and reach that right arm up and then around. Option here to kick your right heel towards you. Maybe you reach around for your hand. Maybe you use a towel, a strap, or a sock to capture that foot. And then just opening. Grab the pinky edge. You're going to feel opening in the front of that shoulder. If you flip your grip and grab the big toe edge, go ahead and close your right shoulder down. Yeah. Feel a little bit of a difference in the perspective of this stretch. Big inhale. And exhale. Good. Slow, controlled release of that back foot. Come back to low lizard lunge. Take a big inhale, come up onto your fingertips. Exhale, press your hips back into a half split. Flex your toes towards your face, especially that pinky toe. Always an option for blocks. They can be forward and supportive in the front of your mat. They can be back. They can split the leg. Whatever feels good and the most supportive to you. Take an inhale, shift your hips over to the right side of your mat. Chest is forward. Think about the tailbone wanting to flick up like in cow pose and compared to wanting to round down and get this. So tailbone flicks away, kind of like forward fold. Exhale, forward. Good. One more inhale here, chest forward. Tailbone is reaching. Good. Inhale, come forward again. Set those blocks to the side. Tuck your back left toe, come up off of the knee, and then place the left hand underneath you. Come into a little simple side twist here. Always allowed, always space, always time, always great to be on this back left knee. Shoulders draw together. Spine, neck is an extension of your spine. Make it nice and strong, not noodly. Good. Big inhale, reach everything away from the mat. As you exhale, coming into horizon lunge. So you can just flip over, coming into that pinky toe edge. Toes are pointing off to the right side of the mat. You can be right here or come up onto those toes. Start to roll everything over. This is a little intense for me right away on the side of my hip. But just kind of play around with lifting and lowering. Active in this leg, pressing into the pinky edge. Good. Let those hips be heavy. Horizon lunge. Always knowing that pressing into wide fingers or fists is going to be good here. One more inhale. Arm can reach, can press in for stability, can reach towards your toes. Good. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, step it back, coming into high plank. Option here to take your transition of your choice you're doing, or send your hips up and back. Ooh, downward facing dog. Taking the feet wide, big bend in the knees, pedaling out the heels. Press evenly into both hands, into all of your fingertips. Turn your elbow points to point back towards your shins. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, come to that tabletop. Good. Step left toes back, forward and back. Activating, waking up the left leg. Good. Come to find stillness. Hands underneath shoulders. Press into your right knee. Activate your core. Engage your left glutes, left heel in line with left hip. Good. Play around with neutrality. Make sure you're not hiking one side up over the other. Exhale, lower toes. Inhale, lift, heel. Exhale, lower toes. Try to just isolate that movement in the leg. Inhale, lift. This time, exhale, cross over, left toes to the right side. Bend that left knee, come into cow face legs. Kind of work those knees close together. Splay the shins out to the sides, making some room for those hips. Good. Come up on fingertips, maybe even a block. Press hips back into a little cow face child pose almost. Good. Inhale forward, a little bit of movement. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Hold here. Take a breath. Moving any of those blocks out of the way. Inhale, coming forward. This time, draw your right knee towards your right wrist. Coming into supported side plank on the right side. Right hand under right shoulder. Peel open. Left side on top of right. Left leg extended long. Coming into warrior two toes on that left leg. Press into that heel, press into the pinky toe edge of the top foot. Left hand reaches up, shoulders draw together. Neck is long and strong and not noodly. Good. Take a big breath. Feel into this side. On your exhale, release fingertips forward to the top of the mat for a little extra side stretch here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach. As you exhale, draw that left knee up. Come to step at the top of your mat. Coming into that little 90-90 on this left side. Checking in, orienting yourself. Hands frame the left foot. Inhale, come into a little cow pose. On your exhale, cat pose. Scissor the legs together. Draw everything into midline. Good. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. Inhale, come into open up into a low extended side angle. Left elbow can come to that left thigh, or it can come to a block on the inside or outside of your leg. Take a moment to just work into this. And you can always lift everything up off of the mat if that feels better for you. This is just easy, mellow, feeling into our bodies. Big breath in. Wherever you've decided to show up is exactly right. It's exactly perfect. Hips are heavy wherever you be. Wherever you be. Inhale. And exhale. Good. You can go for that half bind. Top hand drops. Reaches around for left hip crease. Ooh, just a little bit much on my right shoulder. Inhale, fill. Exhale, empty. Good. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, cartwheel your hand to the inside of that left foot. Square up to the front of the room. Again, front of the mat. Coming into that low lizard lunge. Always knowing if you want, you can come up off of that back knee. Good. Press down evenly into front foot. Big toe down, little toe down, heel down. Good. You can always come up onto a block, or you can even go down. Forearms, whatever feels good. Chest forward, hips heavy. Inhale and exhale. Take a moment. Option to plant the right palm underneath that right shoulder. Twist open, hand can come to left thigh, and that can be where you end up. Option to reach around, grab for that right foot. Nothing needs to match where you came from on the other side. This needs to feel good. Good. Take a big inhale. In your grip. Inhale. Exhale, slow and controlled release of that back leg. Come back to that lizard's lunge. On your next exhale, send your hips back, coming into half split. Again, finding your support. Put your toes towards your face. Hips press back. Tailbone flips up. Be mindful, take care of the back of that left leg, back of that left knee. Good. One more big inhale here, half split. Exhale, see if you can't find a little bit more space. Inhale, come forward. Right hand plants again underneath you, coming into that nice supported low lunge, side low lunge, twisting low lunge. Oh man. And then coming into the horizon lunge, option to just roll on to that planted back leg, come into toes pointing off the left side of your mat. Option before you move to come off of that back right knee, and then slowly make your way into pointing all of your toes off of the left side of your mat. Good. Left arm can be up or it can be down. It can be supportive. Hips are heavy to the mat. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. Inhale. Come back center. Plant both hands. Step left foot back. Come into high plank. Option here for a transition, chaturanga, whatever feels good. Option just to meet me back in downward facing dog or child's pose. Take a moment to be here. Take up space. Hands and feet are wide. Press evenly into all toes, all fingers. Good. One more big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, lift your right heel up to the sky. Exhale, draw your right knee to your right elbow. Lay your right shin parallel to the top of the mat. Or just lay your shin down. Does not need to be parallel. Release down into half pigeon. If this pose does not serve you, prone on the front side of your body, flip over and take it supine on your back. From here, go ahead and lift those shoulders and chest nice and high. And exhale, slow lower of the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Option to take the arms away, fly them back like airplane arms. Press into your foot, your shin, your knee. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower and hover here. Reach your fingers back, your chest forward, press evenly into that right leg. One more big inhale, stay long, stay proud. As you exhale, slow and controlled, find a resting position here. I love bringing one block underneath my sternum and one block underneath my forehead. And then arms are heavy. Big breath in. And out. Knowing you can take as long as you need here. Drop down into that breath. Become aware of how it feels, where it's starting. Is it in your belly? Is it in your chest? Is it in your ribs? Take a big inhale. Big exhale, check in. And then when you're ready, go ahead and start to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, back towards your shin. Move any props out of the way. Plant your hands nice and firm, fingers wide, tuck your back left toes. Inhale, lift your right knee up, kick it back, three-legged down dog. Good. Exhale, replace your toes down, downward facing dog. Take a moment for the right leg to fill back up with blood, come back to life. Good. Inhale, lift the left heel high. As you exhale, draw the left knee towards the left elbow. Exhale, lay the shin down. Release the right leg down. Untuck the toes. Find a nice tall chest. If you're ready just to go down, just go ahead and find a resting place, some stillness and support. If you're interested in a little lift and lower, a little movement, find a tall chest, big inhale. Exhale, lower. Fingertips can support you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. You can take the fingertips away. Inhale, lift, airplane those arms back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Final one, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Fingertips reach away from you. Chest and gaze reaches to the top of the mat. Big inhale. Exhale, come to rest. Find some support. It doesn't have to be the same on each side. Anything to ease tension in your neck and your shoulders. Again, knowing you can stay here as long as you need. Morning move, morning asana is all meant about what it just energetically feels like. Intuitive movement. Take what you need, again, leave the rest behind. Take another inhale, feel heavy, feel relaxed. Feel whatever the fuck is coming up for you, let it all go. Only if you're feeling ready, start to walk your hands back in towards you. Move any blocks or props out of the way. Good. Hands plant, fingers press into the mat. Tuck your back right toes. Inhale, lift the left knee up. Kick the left heel back, three-legged. Good. Exhale, come down, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, big breath in. Big breath out. Come forward into high plank. Drop down to your knees if it feels right. And then slow, meticulous lower for 5, 4, down to your belly in 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake your butt side to side. Just let it be heavy. Let it help release that low back. Good. Kick your right knee out to your side. Come into a half frog. So right knee in line with right hip. Right heel under right knee. Flex your right foot. Come up into this little half sphinx or half full sphinx. Elbows underneath your shoulders, forearms, palms pressed down, fingers wide. And then just allow and press into that right hip a little bit. Feel some opening there. Going for a little crisscross stretch. Bring your, let's see here, right fingertips towards your left elbow first. So right forearm down, and then left comes and layers on top, closest to the top of your mat. Start to walk your fingers from side to side. Oh. And then once you feel like you've gotten to the edge, go ahead and start to shimmy forward a little bit. And then go ahead and rest your chin onto your left forearm or your left bicep. Coming into just a little crisscross stretch, opening the back of the shoulders. Feeling a little bit more intensity in that right shoulder. Perhaps. Take an inhale. And exhale. One more big full inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Start to walk your elbows back to their respective sides. Doing an easy roll into a supine twist. Start to roll over your left shoulder. Stack your right side on top of your left. Shoulders come down to the mat. You can find support with the rolled up blanket or a block underneath that right knee. Arms are in a T, goalpost, whatever feels good. I'm just coming to find ease. And clench your jaw, soften your muscles around your eyes. Relax the muscles in your forehead. See if you can relax the muscles in your scalp. Another inhale here. Easy supine twist. As you exhale, slowly roll back over your left shoulder. And back to your belly, being mindful and taking care. Stack your palms, forehead on the stacked palms. Again, a little shake your butt side to side. Let your low back release. Left knee comes in line with left hip. Left heel under left knee, flex left ankle. Come up onto forearms for Sphinx. This time take left fingers and towards right elbow. So left forearm down first, right forearm down second. Start to walk your fingertips from side to side. And then shimmy forward a little bit. And then gently release your chin onto your right bicep, right upper arm. If that doesn't feel good, you can take a block and place it underneath your forehead on any setting. Allowing again gravity to press down, way down. With every exhale, maybe feeling a little bit more like a pancake. Big inhale. And exhale. Knowing you can stay here as long as you need. Inhale. Start to walk your elbows back over to their original sides. Back to those Sphinx arms. And then gently roll over your right shoulder. Bring your right arm underneath you. Roll over the right side of your body, left side on top of right. Good, easy supine twist. Again, props or a block can come underneath that lifted left knee. Shoulders are down. Arms are in a T, maybe even goalposts, maybe even up over your head. Just do a little bit of relaxing with every exhale. Soften a leg muscle, a back muscle. Take another big breath in. As you exhale, come to flip all the way onto your back. So left shoulder, left side, and left hip come down. Whew, take your time. Any final movements here, go ahead and take the inversions that feel good. Maybe taking everything and doing another round. Otherwise, coming into supported bridge pose, take a big inhale. Come to draw your heels in, knees up. Take your block on its lowest, flattest setting. Press into your feet, lift your hips, plus one block down. Lower your tailbone, that flat place down onto the block. Maneuvering, adjusting, modifying. Let yourself be heavy, arms come out to your side. If this feels like enough support for you, if this feels high enough, stay right here. If you're looking for another layer, take in another block. Again, on its lowest, flattest setting. Lowest, widest, flattest setting. Lift your hips up a little bit higher. Place that block directly on top of the other. And then a gentle lower down. Again, finding that perfect Goldilocks spot where it feels perfect for you. Takes a couple moments. Good. Letting your arms be heavy. Coming to find bridge pose. Feeling our hips above our heart, above our head. Feeling supported, safe, and grounded. And then just feeling energetically ready to take anything on. Whatever comes at you today, stay in your place of power. Set boundaries, protect yourself. Option to take as long as you need here. Feeling ready to move on. Take an inhale, lift those hips up gently, mindfully up off the blocks. Remove both blocks off to the side. And then as you exhale, gently lower everything down. Rock those knees from side to side. Option to just take a straight up Shavasana. Start meditating, start relaxing right here. Option to round out your practice by picking your favorite side, rolling over into fetal position. Bicep under your ear is a nice strong pillow. Knees into your chest, curling up into a tiny little ball. Honoring our efforts, loving ourselves for showing up, and reminding ourselves just to stay in our power for the rest of the day. Knowing you can check in with your body, with your breath anytime, and you are worth taking a break. When you're feeling ready, and only when you're feeling ready, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. You can arrive any way you'd like, eyes closed, eyes soft, eyes open. Take a moment to feel into the length of your spine, tailbone grounds down. Envision every little bone in your vertebrae. It's rising all the way to the top. Hands come into center. Press your palms together. Thumb presses into your sternum. Exhale, bow forward, sealing in our practice. Om Shanti, calling in peace. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope your morning is the fucking best.